Hello, folks, and why guard an empty cathedral?
Why guard an empty cathedral?
I'm not guarding it exactly. I'm just standing here.
Okay.
Preventing me from entering.
Yes.
Somebody explain to me why that dog was eating some bricks.
Do you know the woman with the dog?
Oh, yes. That's Mrs. Piermont,
Aha.
the richest woman in Union City.
Oh.
And the ugliest.
Well, now, I see you have, opinions there, my good sir.
What's the best way out of the city?
There isn't a way out.
Then the inhabitants are no better than prisoners.
That's the price of progress.
Well, that's some sucky-ass progress right there.
Never mind.
Yep. This looks familiar. Kind of reminds me of Radiohead's symbol, but, you know. Gonna look at some bricks.
A pallet of bricks suspended from a pulley.
Mm-hmm. Those are the best kind of bricks. Oh, yes, they are. Yes, indeed. Let's look at this plank.
It's pivoted in the middle, like a seesaw.
That's totally going to help us in the future. Maybe.
It's attached to some bricks via a pulley.
Lovely. Can we look at the junk of Joey?
I ought to move that trash.
No. No, you should never move that. You should never ever move that. That will be a monument to Joey. Indeed it will. Let's talk to Miss Piedmont.
Excuse me.
Or Peardman.
Hello, darling.
Oh, God.
I don't believe we've met.
No, not yet.
I'm a stranger here.
I'm Mrs. Piermont.
Hello, Mrs.
But you
Piermont.
can call me Danielle.
Okie dokie.
How do I get out of the city?
Now, why would you want to do that?
Because of your ugly
There's
face.
nothing in the gap but sand and savages.
But that's where I live.
Oh, how ghastly for you, my dear.
You're ghastly, my girl.
What's the mutt's name?
Well, really? He is not a mutt.
Are you sure about that?
His name is Spunky.
Oh. Looks like Spunty has a pet
He looks like he's got fleas.
with fleas.
He has millions of them.
Oh, boy.
But he's allergic to the flea powder.
Well, he can suck it
Why
up.
don't you give him a good bath?
Yeah.
Oh, I've tried, but he can't bear to get wet.
Oh.
Do you know someone called Overman?
Why, yes, I do.
Do you now?
He worked with my husband, Professor Piermont.
Oh.
Why? Are you interested in Overman?
He was my father.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you.
I'm sure you don't.
Overman's only son died in an accident.
That was no accident, Mrs. Piermont. It was deliberate sabotage by security.
Why are you...
My mother was killed, but I survived. And I've read a document which proves it.
Incredible! Your mother was a great friend to me.
Oh, was
If
she?
there's any way I can help you, just ask.
Oh, goody. I will.
Never mind.
Welp, we now have an annoying lady who is a pretty awesome lady with boots on. And, We need to apparently go to her apartment, which is interesting. I don't know why I find that interesting, but it is. Let's save at this point, because I really feel like saving at this point. And, let's call it that. Because, why not? Let's go this way. Okay, this is interesting. I was not expecting to go this way. Let's look at this statue.
The big guy's sacks are spilling their contents.
That's lovely.
Nothing I could use that statue for.
Can you use a sax for something? Or are those a bit too nuts for you?
It's a little man carrying a log.
Are you sure that's his log? Anywho, let's look at the sign.
Court closed.
Oh no.
See link for news of forthcoming attractions.
This dog must really like bricks. Because I swear to goodness, he keeps on freaking eating bricks. I don't understand it. Let's talk to this guy.
Excuse me.
Hold it. Your membership card, please.
I don't have one.
This is a private club.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You do now. Piss off.
I will not, you freaking douchebag.
How do I join the club?
You have to be sponsored by an existing member.
Oh, but I can.
It's a most exclusive establishment,
It is a peace club.
frequented only by those with the proper credentials.
You mean people with money?
Cha-ching.
No, people with credit.
Oh.
There's a world of difference. People with money think they can afford not to care.
Uh-huh.
People with credit know they can't, but don't care anyway.
Well now. It's crazy.
What goes on in the club?
If I was to tell you that this club provides recreational facilities par excellence,
I want to make love in this
from a
club, yeah.
clientele with
In this
elegance
club,
and
yeah.
taste,
In this club, yeah.
I'd be lying through my teeth.
You just said it was exclusive.
Sexual.
Oh, it is exclusive but seedy.
CD.
The reason people come here is the cheap booze and the fact that it's off limits to security.
It sucks. That's why. I don't know.
Smart shoes.
Oh, thanks. You can tell a lot from a man's shoes. The design tells you what kind of man he is. The way he cares for them tells you where he's going.
Well,
And what he's trodden in tells you where he's been.
well, from that very awesomely terrible description, it would appear that your shoes, my good sir, are red, pixelated, and short. So apparently you're going to hell? Or Mars. I don't know which one. Or both. Of course, that's what Doom Guy did, so you can't do that.
Do you know anyone who'd sponsor me?
What about old widow Piermont? She used to come here, years ago. If you chatted her up, she might sponsor you.
Well then, I will.
See you later.
Yep. Okay. So there's an exit there, doorman. Okay. Can we look at this door? And then NDLP.
Doors are unremarkable, but this one has a certain je ne sais pas.
I bet it does. You should totally use that door.
Shut tight.
You didn't even try, buddy. You just put your hand on it, and you were just like, it's too tight. And apparently you can't do that. Well, alrighty then. Let's
Excuse me.
talk to Miss Piermont. Maybe she could let us in here. Maybe. Here we go.
Would you sponsor me for the club?
If you're really Robert Overman, I'll sponsor you.
Sure, but I am.
But I don't want to visit the club.
You don't have to.
I'll call the manager from my apartment.
Okie dokie. Yeah, you strut your stuff in those boots, girl. You got some big booties.
Till then, folks, I will end this LP here, because, well, I have no clue why. So until then, folks, until then.